This is Leo Cloutier with Malice to None. It's indeed a pleasure to be here at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore today, and a pleasure to have as our guest a friend of long standing, one of the outstanding sports writers in the country, a sports columnist with the Atlanta Journal. I'd like to welcome to our show Furman Bisher. Welcome, Furman.
Thank you, Leo. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Well, Furman, it certainly is a pleasure to see you. And to talk about old times, for instance. Now, you've had Major League Baseball in Atlanta since 1965, is that right?
66. The Braves moved, our stadium opened in 65. The Braves moved in 66.
I'll never forget, I had the pleasure to meet you for the first time. I believe it was in 63 when a friend of mine and myself, with his money, we were looking to purchase a ball club.
Well, in those days, the Atlanta Ball Club was quite purchasable, but there really wasn't an awful lot to purchase. As you recall, the old ballpark, Ponce de Leon, though one of the classic minor league ballparks of the time, was pretty shoddy, and minor league interest was running rather thin.
And Firm, today you have a tremendous ballpark. Its location, its accessibility from all different sections. It certainly is a wonderful spot, isn't it?
Leo, I think we have the best stadium bargain in America, and I don't think that's provincialism. It cost about $14.5 million to build, and it satisfies our needs for a number of sports. The location is marvelous. We are lucky in that one of these, it's one of these stadiums in which they didn't discover that the elevators are misplaced, there are water fountains not constructed, the restroom facilities were inadequate. Everything seems to be exactly what we need. There are always some things that could be improved upon, but we're just lucky we got a great stadium bargain.
And you only paid $14 million for that stadium.
$14.5 million for construction, and I think land cost and accessibility and so on added another $2.5 million onto it, but the actual stadium construction itself was $14.5 million.
And today, Firm, when you speak of stadiums of that caliber, that nature, you speak of 45 and 50 million.
You get into the between 35 and $50 million stadium bracket. For instance, look at New Orleans trying to build a dome on a stadium down there that is costing the taxpayer eventually $110 million. There's nothing, sports-wise, as much as I like sports, that's worth taking that much money out of the public domain.
That's so right. Firm, you've been in the newspaper business for how long?
Since 1939. I've been a sports writer since 1946, and getting to be one of the old men of the game.
I wouldn't say that. And you've been a remarkable sports columnist in that you've written books, you've written magazine articles, you've really carved quite a niche for yourself in the sports writing profession.
Well, I enjoy writing. There was a time when one of the real pleasures of writing was the magazine field, but of course, as you know, the magazine field is pretty well dwindled, and I have done 5 books. That's a chore. Yeah. Writing a book is a chore.
Yes,
but the daily column, I still love to sit down to the typewriter and get with it.
Firm, I see that time is up, and I certainly want to thank you very much for this interview, and I want to wish you many, many more years of good luck and success in your fine profession as a sports writer.
Leo, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be with you, and good luck to you.
Thank you very much, Firm. This was an interview with Furman Bisher, the sports editor of the Atlanta Journal, one of the outstanding sports writers in the country today. This brings us to the end of with